Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I have a clean and simple Easter card I'm creating with the Basket Bunch stamp set and the Basket Builder framelits dies. I have many die cuts that I'll be using together to create an interactive card. For the components of the die cuts, I am stamping in neutral colors and I'm doing very simple stamping. Everything is just going to be stamped as an outline image to keep the overall look of the card very simple. I'm using yellow for the little chicken, and I'm using soft sky blue for a tone-on-tone look for the bow that will be attached to the Easter basket. The way this card is going to be interactive is I'm going to place the die cut Easter eggs onto the back side of the Easter basket, and then I will attach the little chicken to a piece of window sheet acetate that will fit down behind those eggs, and then there'll be a little bow that will go on the top of the acetate that you use your fingers to pull away from the basket. So this is going to be a fun and interesting way to make an unexpected surprise for my card project. I'm using the Big Shot die cutting machine to do all of my die cuts off camera to save a little time on the video process. If you have not used this particular bundle, then it's really easy to put together a basket. There is two framelits that you use. One is a handle and the other one is the basket. There's also a basket frame that you can use as a backing piece. In this project, I did choose to use the backing piece basket. I'm using a bunch of different glue dots to attach most of these pieces together because glue dots are not going to be drippy like glue, and it's going to actually go on contact when it will actually make that connection to the paper. Here is the piece of window sheet acetate. I'm just using a scrap piece, and I made sure that when I put the window sheet down, I was able to have enough room on the back side of the basket around all of the foam dimensionals. This piece of acetate will not fit down into the basket if the dimensionals are in the way. So my suggestion to you would be to be careful in planning this project. Here is the simple little chicken, and the chicken is just going to go down inside the basket. Isn't that cute? I really like how the little chicken is there. I believe this project would be good without having the addition of the eggs to go in the basket. However, I had in my mind that I really wanted to use the eggs for the basket. I could have used Easter eggs because there's plenty of stamps in the stamp set that are for decorated eggs, but I wanted to emulate the size of the oval and tie everything together in a design. And I think it's a little refreshing to see an Easter card that has eggs that doesn't require them to be decorated as well. I'm using more glue dots to put everything together inside the Easter basket. On the eggs, the glue dot goes on the front of the egg because I want that egg to stick to the actual basket and not stick to the background. The background needs to remain free from the back of the paper, and that way the chicken will be able to nestle in behind those eggs. You could go with all kinds of different ideas. You could have the bunny go up and down behind the eggs. You could substitute some grass and have some grass inside the Easter basket. There's lots of different ideas that you can use with just one little piece of window sheet. I have the medallion all set and ready to be attached, and I have one egg that I have saved to put onto the front of the card. I like how the Little Foxy Designer Series paper is a very neutral wood grain effect, and that gives a variance of lines without having to be distracted. Here is the inside of the card design, and I'm using the Easter message stamp set and giving it a very simple Happy Easter. I'm going to use a little bit more of the soft sky ink and use that same bow that's on the front to decorate around the Easter word. Thank you all for joining me for another card making tutorial. I appreciate your support and invite you over to my blog at jennystampsup.com, and there you'll find more card making inspiration. Please give this video a like, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hi, my name is Trip. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.